Now here is the manual for Expo HVDC. Here different experiments we can conduct here. Now in chapter number 3rd, working with three-phase HVDC. Now here for experiment we will perform here three-phase full wave fully controlled SCR converter with resistive load. Now this is experiment number 3.6. So we will go to experiment number 3.6. Here experiment number 3.6, three-phase fully controlled SCR converter with resistive load. Now here in this experiment, here is unit objective, discussion of fundamentals, where your some theory part is described. Here is a wave block diagram of fully controlled full wave converter. 6 SCR are connected in the bridge type. Here input R, Y, B we have connected. After that, whatever the DC we are receiving, one ammeter and voltmeter is connected, and that DC voltage we are feeding to the load. This is a concept of three-phase full converter SCR with resistive load. Now here some waveforms we have shown here. Here procedure. Now first we have seen the block diagram. Here is another block diagram that how wiring we have to connect. First we are taking three-phase supply from wall socket and connecting to EMT1. That EMT1 supply we are connecting to EMT20 for measurement purpose. After that, after measuring this parameter, we are connecting three-phase supply to P4A panel and P4B panel. Whatever the DC we have received, we have to measure. So we are connecting to EMT6B, and that after measuring this DC voltmeter and ammeter, we are connecting to the EMT7 panel for loading purpose. Now here wiring schedule is for resistive load is given. Now here serial number 1 from EMT1 pan tag number 1 to EMT20 tag number 1. Now here first of all we have to locate the EMT1 panel. So in this EMT1 panel, this point is tag number 1. What is described here? EMT1 1 to connect EMT20 by 1. Now next is EMT20. Now this is EMT20 panel tag number 1. So along with this some small patch cord and big patch cord we have supplied. We will take patch cord, and as per the manual wiring sequence, EMT1 1 to EMT20 by 1. Now next is EMT1 2 to EMT20 2. EMT1 2 now third one is EMT1 by 3, EMT20 by 3. Here we have supplied different types of color for R phase, Y phase and B phase. Prefer color code for easy wiring understanding. Now here we have completed the wiring sequence as per given in this manual. Here we have mentioned the dimmer. This is an optional type dimmer. Here the wiring sequence also described in the manual using dimmer. If you don't want to use a dimmer, use this wiring sequence. Here another wiring sequence for resistive and inductive load. Now after completing this wiring sequence, go to procedure. Here on the next page procedure is given. Ensure that three-phase supply is switch on. Use only shrouded patch cord. Connect the panels as per wiring sequence. Ensure bulb load are connected in series and the switch should be on. After that, the main important thing is keep switches HW5, 6 and 7, that is mounted on this P4A panel. Now here we are performing converter experiment. The switch position S5, S6 and S7. So S5 should be at 1, S6 at 1 and S7 at 0. This is converter experiment switch position that is mentioned in the manual. Now here procedure is given. Now first make this dual starter on. Here one indicator will on, and here you will get voltage, line 1 voltage, line 2 voltage and line 3 voltage. Now this supply, the contactor is on, and now this supply is fed to this meter. After that this three phase supply fed to this P4A and P4B. Now here we are using 6 SCR full wave full control. Now here is one firing angle pot. Now this firing angle pot at minimum position, that's why though there is a three phase supply, you will not get any DC voltage. Now as you are increasing this firing angle towards clockwise direction, here voltage starts increasing and bulbs are also glowing. Now here line to line voltage is available is 385 voltage. So root 3 multiplied by line to line voltage, that will be our DC voltage. Now the same output we can observe using power scope. Now this is a high volt DC. You cannot connect this supply to the DSO or CRO directly. So we have used here one power scope. So connection for power scope we have connected to the high voltage DC. Here is one converter that is into 100. That means we have converted this voltage 100 times lower amplitude, and we have connected through BNC to BNC to one DSO. Now here we have connected the waveforms here. Now as we are changing here firing angle, the SCR are conducting and we are getting the firing pulses. Now here we have connected one resistive inductive load that is given in the next page, that is a page number 3-16. We have connected the wiring sequence as per given in the manual. Now here we will increase the firing angle. See here is our DC line, and due to inductor we are getting here negative side waveform, that is due to inductor in series. Now we are increasing firing angle. This waveform which we are getting at the output. Now one another point is, that is a very important point. Now this voltage is controlling linearly. Now due to your wiring phase sequence, sometimes your any two phase get changed. Now here wiring sequence is changed due to your input three phase supply phase sequence change. Now here we are connecting. See, just we tried to increase firing angle, suddenly voltage increases from 0 to maximum voltage. This is due to change in input three phase AC supply. Change in input three phase supply. Now to overcome this problem, you have to interchange any two phases and now check the voltage. Now see, as we are changing the firing angle, smoothly your DC voltage varying. Now we will study experiment from Expo HVDC, 3-phase HV thyristor control trainer. Now here working with 3-phase cycloconverter. Here we will study 3-phase cycloconverter with resistive load. Here experiment number 5.2, 3-phase cycloconverter with resistive load. Again here unit objective, discussion of fundamental. In discussion of fundamentals, here block diagram, how SCR and load is connected, that is given in this manual. Waveforms given in this figure. Here is the procedure. Again one block diagram. Here we have taken 3-phase supply from wall socket to EMT1 panel. After EMT1 we have fed to EMT20 panel, that is a power analyzer. After that here we have connected to P4A and P4B, and after P4B we are connecting this supply to the EMT7. Two bulbs are as a current limiter and one is as a load. Now here dimmer is a optional. Suppose you want to skip this dimmer, remove these connections. Now here is wiring sequence, EMT 1 by 1 to connect it to EMT 20 by 1. Here this is EMT 1 panel and EMT 20 panel. EMT 1 panel tag number 1 is connected to EMT 20 tag number EMT 20 tag number 1. Again second wiring sequence is EMT 21 by 2 is connected to EMT 20 by 2. Here is EMT1 tag number 2 is connected to EMT20 tag number 2. Likewise, here we have completed the total wiring sequence given in this manual. Now here for cycloconverter we have given 3 options: cycloconverter at 6.25 Hz, cycloconverter at 12.5 Hz and cycloconverter at 25 Hz. So here by using this different frequency we have to select a switch position, that is also given in this manual. S5, S6 and S7. S5, S6 and S7. For cycloconverter 6.25 all should be at 0. SW5, SW6 and SW7 0, that is the left side. For 12.5 Hz SW5 at 0, SW6 at 1 and SW7 at 0. For 25 Hz HW5 at 1, HW6 at 0 and HW7 at 0. So firstly we will perform 6.25, that is all zeros. All zeros. Now we will switch on this. Now here we are getting AC supply and here is cycloconverter output, that is now here we have connected one power scope. Here we are getting cycloconverter output. This cycloconverter output at 6.25 Hz. Suppose we want to perform 12.5 Hz. Here HW5 0, HW6 at 1 and HW7 at 0. Make this, after this connection make on. Here you are getting 12.5 Hz cycloconverter output. Again we will change to 25 Hz. So HW5 at position 1, HW6 0 and HW7 at 0. Make this start button on and here we are getting cycloconverter output.